Hello teachers, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so excited that you are back for yet another video here on my teacher channel. If you don't already know, my name is Teacher Maddie and I am an online ESL teacher, and I currently work for VIP Kid, and it is the best job ever. For today's new video, I will be sharing with you guys my top 8 favorite props. Props are something that teachers who do online ESL teaching, people can sometimes go a little hog wild with, and I have found that the less you have, the more resourceful you are. So today I'm sharing with you my top 8 favorite props. These are not my only props. These are not the only things I use, but I do see myself as a minimalist teacher. I don't have a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't like 3D props because they take up too much space. I teach in a very small 1-bedroom apartment that I share with my fiance and 3 dogs. So I don't have a ton of space for a ton of stuff. So I like to use things for multiple different things. This is how I teach. So if you are a new teacher, or you are a teacher who's sort of looking to change up how you teach or change up the props that you use, this video is for you. So let's get on into it. Here are my top 8 favorite props to use when I teach classes with VIP Kid. So first prop, my most used prop, and I'm sure this is coming to no surprise to anyone, is a whiteboard. If you do not have a whiteboard, go buy yourself one. You can buy them at Staples, you can buy them at a teacher store, you can get it off of Amazon. This little buddy is 1,000 props in one. You can do so much with this. And if you don't have one, you need to get one. I use my whiteboard for everything. I have really cheap dry erase markers, and I use this for so much. I draw rewards on here, I draw pictures, I write sight words, I have kids spell words for me, I make sentences, I test kids' understanding of capital letters, I use it to keep track of points if I'm playing a game with my kids. This prop is essential for online teachers. So if you are an online teacher and you don't have one, call me up, I have like 30. No, I'm kidding. Go buy one for yourself because you can get them for so cheap and you can use it for so much. So this top prop, if you have nothing else, get one of these and get yourself a pack of markers because you can do anything with a good whiteboard. The next prop that is actually a little bit new to me is this guy. So this is a verb conjugation chart that I saw on Pinterest that I could have spent like $3 on teacher pay teachers, but I'm cheap. I'm starting to market myself as the cheap girl here on, YouTube when it comes to VIP Kid, because I don't like spending a lot of money on this job. I like to make a lot of money. So I made this myself, and it's very simple, a verb conjugation chart. So if you're doing, you're teaching the word read, I read, you read, they read, and you write read right here with a dry erase marker. All this is a piece of Astro Bright paper, and I chose yellow because it's bright, it pops, you can see it on camera, and took a black Sharpie and wrote out I, you, they, we, line, he, she, it, line. That's it. That way when I have a dry erase marker, let me grab one. That way, when you have your dry erase marker, you're teaching the word read. Read. I read. You read. Da 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 da. And then down here, you can write reads. And I underline the S so that the student can see he reads. She reads. It reads. This makes conjugation for students so much easier to understand. And for my upper level kids, I'll say, can you use they and read in a sentence? And then they can see they read a book, whatever. This thing is awesome. You can buy the teacher pay teacher thing, or you can spend no money if you have this stuff at home. And then what I do to make it dry erasable is I put it in a pocket protector, like a page protector. Boom. You don't need any of the fancy like removable dry erase pocket folder things that they make. You don't need that. You have a page protector somewhere in your house, somewhere in your office. Steal one. No one's gonna notice. Slip your paper in there. It's completely erasable. Kids can see it. I have mine on a clipboard just because then I can write on it easier. But this thing is amazing. I just made it a couple days ago and I've been using it in all of my classes. It is a game changer for verb conjugation. My next most used props are these glitter stars. I made these when I was a first contract teacher. I made these when I was first starting off, and I use these as my reward system for all of my students before I sort of added to my collection, which is over here in this organizer. These things are amazing. I just had glitter paper laying around, and then I cut them into stars. You can actually see on the back, I traced them out. And cut them out and then use laminating sheets so I can use them again and again and again. I love these. I find that trial students respond really well to these as rewards. So if you are a trial certified teacher, make yourself some stars. They don't have to be glitter. They can be patterned. They can be, you know, colored with colored pencils and markers. But this way, what I would do is I would say, you get a star. And then, you know, they're different colors. So you can say, oh, pink star, you know, teach colors. And then I have little ticky-tack on all of mine so I can put them on my background. But I find that I use these for everything. If I'm teaching the word many, I can say, I have many stars. Or I can say between this and that, I can say, this is a star. That is a star. You can use them for everything. They're very basic. They're very neutral. Boys and girls like them no matter what age they are. Unless they're like I have one level 5 girl who's like, why are you showing me this? This is so childish, I'm over it. But she's different. But yes, stars, cut out stars. They don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be beautiful. They can be very simple. Mine are all different shapes, sizes, colors, everything. Highly recommend you just make these. You don't have to buy them. And you can use them for so many things. So this is my third most used favorite prop. Put this back. The next 3 props that I use are all 2D props. I am definitely a 2D prop teacher. Like I said earlier, I don't like 3D props. They take up too much space. So if you're a new teacher and you have decided that you're more of a 2D prop, these next 3 things are things that I highly recommend you have in your teacher pocket. The first one being different emotions. I literally Googled sad, silly, scared, happy. I have more sad and then I have angry. And I use these for everything. If I have a level 2 student, I will ask them, how are you? Are you happy? Happy, yes. Are you sad? Because then they can see the emotion and they know what you're saying and they can understand what emotion that they are, you know, you're talking about. Plus, there is an entire unit about emotion. So these things are great. Emojis are universal. People understand them. They are cute. People like them. If you have a kid who likes emojis, these would also be a really fun reward to give your kid. So you can use them at any level. You can use them at any age. And you can use them for more than just props because they also make a really, really, really fun reward. The next set of 2D props that I use every single day, not every lesson, but every day I teach, is a picture of a cat and a dog. I intentionally printed out a kitten and a puppy specifically because you can call them a cat and a dog and the kid will understand. But if you get to a lesson or you're with a higher level kid, you can call them a puppy and a kitten and you can ask, what does a kitten grow up to be? Oh, a kitten becomes a cat. A puppy becomes a dog. These 2 I use every single day. There are so many lessons around animals, where animals live, where animals come from, what animals like grow up to be. So many uses for these 2 things. I have more animals. I have a snake, a chicken, an elephant is another one I use a lot. Animal props definitely are things you should have if you're teaching online. If you're teaching in a classroom, definitely props that you should have in your arsenal. And then my last set of 2D printed props that I printed all of these off at my home, like in my apartment, because I wasn't going to Staples because again, I am cheap. I'm not afraid to admit it, is a picture of a school and a picture of a house. These are great for introduction. The introduction time when you're talking to your kid, you're saying, hello, how are you? I always ask, did you go to school today? And I show the school picture because then they can hear the word school, associate it with the place that I'm talking about, and not be confused. I have found that if I don't hold up the school picture, Sometimes they have no idea what I'm talking about because they're confused. And as soon as you hold up this, they're like, oh, yes, yes, I go to school today, or I went to school today. Oh, what did you do at school today? If it's the weekend, I say, were you at home today? Did you stay home today, or did you go somewhere? Or this is also great for where do you live? Live, like a house, hello, very easy to understand. So of the 3D prop or 2D props that I use, schoolhouse, cat, dog, emotions. Emojis are great to show emotion because they don't require too much ink and they're easy to see, and emojis are very clearly, you know that this dude is angry. You know that this one is happy. And they're just they're neutral. All of these things are very easy and you can use them for multiple levels, lessons, classes, anything. These are the 3 sets that I use every single day. My school almost never goes in the organizer because I use it every single day. So if you're a 2D prop person, that's what you need to have in your arsenal if you don't already have them. The next most used prop in my classroom are flashcards. I don't use them to do drilling, but I use them to teach things. All 3 of these I found in the Target dollar spot. So I have the alphabet from A to Z. I have numbers from 1 to 36, 35. On the back, they have pictures. So I use these to count with kids. And then this is a new one that I just picked up, and they are shapes. I picked this up because I have felt shapes, but it only has the basics. And I was looking for cards that have like the name of the shape. So on one side, it's the shape, and then on the back, it says the color and then what the shape is. I find that when teaching ESL, it is so important to have the word of whatever you're showing them like there so they can see the word and the picture and sort of build that connection. That's the one downside with these number cards is they doesn't have like 5 written out on the front of them. I am sort of thinking about just taking a Sharpie and writing the number on the front so the kids can see it. But all 3 of these, I use them every single day, especially my letter cards. And I like these letter cards because on the back, it has pictures associated with the letter. So Z has the big letter and the small letter. And then on the opposite side, it has a picture, which is great. So A, big A, small A, apple. I use these all the time. Any of my level 2 kids that are learning letters, I pull out a card for every letter they're learning, and you better believe I have them go through big A, small A, and then the sound with it. And I use these because they help the kid build that connection between written word and spoken word. And with the picture, helps my visual learners. It helps them to learn the letter or whatever I'm showing them on the card. $1 at Target. Go buy them. They usually have them in the summer, like right when school's getting out, and then right when school's going back in session to help our brick and mortar teachers find things on a bargain. So yes, definitely recommend these ones as well. And my 8th prop that I use every single day, and this one is not as economically efficient. Actually it is because it saves me a lot of money. It's an investment is what I'm trying to say, is my iPad. I live for my iPad. More specifically, I live for Google Slides. If you have not heard of Google Slides in correlation with teaching online, get on Facebook right now. I know you have one, and type in VIP Kid Google Slides group. It has about 14,000 followers or people in the group. It's a private group. You have to be accepted. But literally endless resources. I love using Google Slides for my rewards. I am going to do a YouTube video talking specifically about Google Slides and how I use them, but this has saved me so much money and so much time when it comes to creating rewards or making props. Some of my upper level kids, I don't have a prop for things like sound wave or wavelength. I don't have a prop for that, and I'm not printing one for that specific level. Google Slides, 9 times out of 10, there will be a PowerPoint that a teacher has graciously made and shared with everyone to where you can have those props. Kids also really respond well to these things because whether we like it or not, people are digitally connected. And this has saved me so much time, so much money. I love Google Slides. If you have any questions about Google Slides, shoot me an email or find me on Instagram. You can send me a DM. I'd love to answer your questions and help you sort of figure out how to use this. The other reason why I love my iPad is because I downloaded a Whiteboard app. So say I'm using my whiteboard to track points on a game I'm playing with my kid, I can use this Whiteboard app, which was free, and just draw on the screen. I hold it up, the kid can see it, I can see it. If I'm, need to write a word. What is this word? There. They can read it, they can see it. I turn the brightness down so it's a little bit easier to see. It's just, there's so many uses. So it doesn't have to be an iPad. I know teachers out there teach on an Amazon Fire tablet or Kindle, whatever it's called. But I like my iPad. I also use this for my upper level kids when I'm looking something up. Specifically, if I'm talking about different countries, I love to Google quickly on my iPad where the country is, and then I drop a pin and then I zoom out and I show them where China is so they can see, like, you live all the way over here. We're talking about this place all the way over here. Super engaging, super interesting. The kids learn. It's another visual aid for kids. Visual aids are super, super important for ESL students because it helps them make that connection that I keep talking about. So again, this is more of an investment when it comes to teaching in your props if you don't already have an iPad, but definitely worth the money because I use this in every single classroom without a doubt. Every single classroom, I use my iPad. It is the bomb. So those are my top 8 favorite props that I use in every single morning of teaching, every single day of teaching. Might not be every single lesson that I use them, but I use them every single day. These are the ones that I'm consistently grabbing and going for. And if you're not a 2D type of teacher, totally fine. I do recommend 2D props. They're very efficient, both financially and space-wise. My classroom is in my living room. If you missed my classroom tour, it was my last video that I posted last week. I'll link it in the description below so you can sort of see how I set this all up. But I love using props in my classroom. I am a minimalistic teacher. It takes me about 15 minutes to prep for every single one of my classes, and I'm a teacher who does between 6 to 8 classes in a row stretches every day. And just using this system and using these tried and true props really helped me to be efficient and to save time. If you liked today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe down below. I do post videos every single Thursday about all things VIP Kid or teaching online. And if you are interested in teaching for VIP Kid, make sure that you click the link in my bio down there. It is my referral link, and that will help you to automatically apply for VIP Kid. If you use my referral link down there or my code, which I'll put right here, please shoot me an email so I can help you get hired with VIP Kid. This is seriously the best job ever. You work from home, it's a couple hours a day, you make pretty good money doing it depending on how often you can teach. And the kids are amazing. And like you saw, it doesn't take that much. You can make it anything you want it to be. You can make it as extra or as simple as you want. But I hope this video helps all of you teachers, all of you new teachers, all of you teachers sort of looking for a different system. And make sure that you share this video with other people if you do like it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.